So many times I've been asked the question, well, what if the woman is wanting to do this? What if it's her choice to do this? Who are you to tell her that she doesn't want to do this? In your experience of talking with them, working with them, do they want to do this?
I would say that for sure in the streets, almost all the women will tell you they don't like to do this. We're doing a survey, and just to make it evident for everybody, we ask the questions, do you like what you're doing? And the girls, they were all laughing when we asked the questions, like, are you joking, And everybody said, no, we are not here because we like it,
Yeah.
But they do say that, yeah, it's a way for them to make money they will not be able to make in another part, like because of the economic context in Romania. The nice part of it, the glamorous part, it's only at the beginning,
Yeah.
And then we know those girls, they will get to the point where they will be really like broken. And that's when you have a client that starts beating you up and you end up with no teeth. Like we had a beautiful, amazing girl. She was strong, she had a pimp and a family in the back that was watching her, and she felt all this time strong. And she was beautiful, she was getting gifts from the clients, nice gifts, She was getting a lot of positive attention. But one day she found a client and he just decided he was going to beat her up, and she lost all her tooth in the front. What does it mean for you as a woman to be without teeth,
Sure.
And that's really like lowering,
Yeah.
Another girl we met this week, she was saying that some of the clients, they wanted to get services for free and they refused. And so they stabbed her, like in her feet, in her different parts of her body, they just stabbed her,
Wow.
So you get to a point where you get broken,
Sure.
Some of the girls also addicted. I think part of it is also addiction, We can't, it goes together. Either you're an addict and then you need to have the money, either you become just to cope,
Right.
And a few days ago when I was on the streets and I was talking with a girl, she used to be the most amazing girl. I mean, when I saw her the first time, I was like, wow, this woman is gorgeous, Long black hair, tall, thin, beautiful face, body, teeth, everything you wanted. She looked like, really like the exotic, lady, and really amazingly beautiful. When I saw her, she was in a dark street, in a dirty, smelly place. This is the worst area of prostitution in the whole city. It's where you end up when usually you're a drug addict and nobody wants you in another place.
Sure.
It's a place you don't really want to be by yourself at night because it's quite dangerous.
Yeah.
And she was saying, look at me. And she did look bad. She looked really bad. But she was showing her feet and how her feet were swollen because of the drugs. She said, what is it for a woman at one point to start feeling that your feet, your leg, which used to be beautiful and attracting, is smelling bad because it's rotten. Her feet was literally rotten and it had all this liquid pouring out. It was really like hardcore scene, And she's like, I think I'm going to die. And it just took a few years, from that beautiful, gorgeous lady into that, hardcore addict that's just completely facing death,
Yeah.
And to realize that, wow, I've come down from so high,
Yeah.
That was really sad. That was heartbreaking for us to see her.
I imagine when she started, that wasn't in her mind, the possibility of that.
No.
Yeah.
No. And that's the thing, yeah. At the beginning, it's more glamorous, it's promising, especially when you're young and you're beautiful, you're attracting more clients, you make more money than the other ones, and you feel better about yourself, especially if you didn't have attention home, didn't have anybody tell you you were special or beautiful or whatever. And then you get all that attention. So at the moment, at the beginning, it does feel like it's something good.
Sure.
So if you meet the girl at that moment, yes, she will tell you, oh, that's a nice thing I'm doing, it's
Right.
good. But you meet her a few months later or maybe a year or two, and then it's totally different,
Wow. We think about burnout in different jobs in terms of years, but you're saying after a few months or after a year, it doesn't take too long before.
No,
Yeah.
no, it doesn't take too long. Of course, some of them develop mechanism of survival and dissociation and different coping mechanism to survive.
Sure.
But if they were to hit the reality, that would be really. One of the girls we met, but who stopped now actually, she stopped for a few years. She was this pretty happy girl all the time on the street, all the time laughing and looking very calm and happy, you know. And she would never recognize she actually had somebody in her back that brought her to this position, you know. Like she always said, "Oh, I'm doing this because I want to, and I'm fine, and I'm happy, and whatever." And one day we were just talking a bit about her life, and I was trying to put dates together, events, and I was like, "You were actually with that guy you're with now 10 years later when you started it. Why was that, you know?" And all of a sudden her face changed, and I could see she wanted to. She's like, "I don't want to think about it."
Wow.
She says, "I never realized that actually I might be here today because of him."
Wow.
For her it was too much.
Yeah.
And actually she made the choice to kind of dissociate and forget that.
Really?
Because it was too hurtful for him. Because she was in this relationship and she loved him, and for her realizing that was too heavy.
Yeah. Wow.